A split-second turn keeps the two animals from a direct collision. The sudden clash ends with both animals scrambling back to their feet. The first exchange ends in a tense silence, with neither animal yielding. Mass advances quickly, but the smaller animal changes direction just as fast. An enormous buffalo closes the distance before the porcupine can retreat.
A sudden feint tests the porcupine's defense without forcing contact. Nearby herbivores sense the tension and quietly increase their distance. Dry grass briefly hides the struggle as both animals reposition. The smaller animal uses speed and direction to escape the buffalo's pressure. The buffalo stops where the dense thorn cover limits its approach. The porcupine gives ground slowly while keeping its defenses pointed outward. For a moment, stillness replaces the rushing chaos of the encounter. The buffalo misses as the porcupine slips just beyond its path. The porcupine chooses the thorn scrub as a natural defensive advantage. Momentum carries them apart before the clearing falls quiet again.
Neither animal retreats yet. The distance between them remains dangerously small.
Another sudden rush forces the porcupine to react within seconds. Loose ground disrupts the escape, but the porcupine quickly recovers. The buffalo thunders past, leaving only dust between the two animals. The herd watches from a distance while the confrontation remains between two animals. The contact ends quickly, and both animals regain control of their footing. A forceful shove sends dust skyward as both animals struggle for space. The missed charge changes direction, but neither animal leaves yet. The porcupine makes its warning unmistakable without advancing. The clearing grows quieter, but both animals remain ready to react. The buffalo advances cautiously, testing whether the smaller animal will retreat.
Mass meets caution as both animals fight for distance, not destruction.
A brief feint is enough to send the porcupine retreating toward cover. The porcupine answers the approach with another precise defensive pivot. The porcupine races for deeper cover as the buffalo follows close behind. One final charge forces the porcupine into another lightning-fast turn. For a tense moment, distance becomes the strongest defense for both animals. Thorns now separate the buffalo from its smaller and more defensive rival. The gap between them becomes a fragile boundary neither animal crosses. Back among its companions, the buffalo returns to ordinary herd life. Even during withdrawal, the porcupine keeps its defenses ready. The buffalo finally turns away, choosing the herd over another charge.
At the scrub's edge, the porcupine turns its defenses toward the larger animal.
The porcupine cautiously leaves cover, checking the buffalo before moving farther. The dense scrub finally gives the porcupine a safer barrier. Only settling dust remains where the confrontation reached its most intense moment. The buffalo's heavy breathing fades as the encounter becomes part of the past. The porcupine returns cautiously to its normal routine inside the protective scrub. Its defensive quills slowly settle as the immediate threat disappears. Farther away, the buffalo herd continues across the open grassland. Within minutes, the porcupine returns to the practical business of finding food. Nearby herbivores slowly resume feeding as the danger passes. As daylight softens, the landscape absorbs the tension and returns to normal.
The porcupine turns, presenting its most formidable natural defense.
The clearing now separates two animals that have chosen to walk away. Around the herd, smaller partners resume their quiet ecological routines. At last, neither animal advances, and the confrontation begins to fade. The buffalo rejoins its herd, leaving the contested clearing behind. The encounter ends without a victor, as both animals return to survival in their own way. The encounter ends without a victor, as both animals return to survival in their own way. The herd moves onward, carrying the memory of a dangerous encounter into the fading light. Across the horizon, the savannah resumes its ordinary evening rhythm. Those distinctive quills remain the porcupine's first line of defense. The wind moves through the grass where the struggle has finally gone quiet.
The porcupine races for cover, while the buffalo refuses to give ground.
The porcupine vanishes into cover, relying on the landscape that protected it. Hidden among the thorns, the porcupine continues its quiet search for safety and food. With the larger animal gone, the porcupine slowly relaxes its defensive posture.
Two powerful animals walk separate paths, and the wild moves quietly on. The buffalo measures the distance carefully before making another move.
Both animals circle carefully, searching for a safer position.
Its raised quills warn the larger animal to keep its distance.